Well, I'm not sure where it goes, but it goes somewhere, right?
Well, hello, and welcome back to the Bikepacking Dad's YouTube channel. You will see, no desk today. You've just got me and my bike. This is my gravel bike. It's a Cube Cross Race Pro, and I've been using it for all of my bikepacking trips. This winter, not so much. I've been a bit cheeky with the car, but last winter I commuted almost daily on this through all sorts of weather, and it's been a great bike. Absolutely magic. The only thing I've upgraded on it is the tyres. But yeah, it's winter and the weather's getting worse. Forget the cold, I'm talking about all the stuff that comes flying off this back and front wheel as you're riding along. So I've taken the controversial decision, almost a friend losing decision, to buy some mudguards, front and rear mudguards. I've gone with the SKS Speedrocker Set. The reviews were great. They're made for gravel bikes. They're slightly wider for these kind of wider tyres that you have on the gravel bike. I'm going for a ride tomorrow night. It's going to be a baptism of fire. It's going to be cold, it's going to be dark, it's going to be wet because it's Scotland. So yeah, the plan is, let's get them on the bike. I'll take some videos when I'm out and about tomorrow with my friends. And we'll see if they do the job. And if they don't, then all of my friends who mocked me for getting these can say I told you so. Right, first things first though, let's get them out of the box and see what we're dealing with. Okay, so before we get started, there's a few little details on the front here which I feel like I should share with you. So the weight for the two of them together, 408 grams. Not massive. If you're a gram counter, that's probably going to hurt your soul a little bit, but I'm a practical kind of guy and I don't want that big muddy streak up my back. So 408 grams is something I can live with. Max tyre width, 42 millimeters. Not too bad, that's pretty generous. I'm currently running 35, so should be okay. And it says all road. I'm going to throw a bit of gravel in there and see how we go. And it's made for 28-inch or 700C road tyres. So yeah, let's get them out of the box and see what this looks like. So I'm thinking this is going to be quite awkward with lots of cable ties. I could be right. I am right. Stand by while I get the scissors. Okay, let's do it. First cable tie. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay, one down. One down and I can't see anymore. So let's see how we go. Take two, everybody. Take two. Right, one. Let's lie it down nice and carefully because it would be just my luck that I dropped it and broke it. And two, which has come out with a load of cardboard attached. One thing to say though, straight off the bat, is they seem pretty well packaged, and they did come in a massive box, which was padded. I bought mine from Wiggle, so well done to Wiggle for packaging them up nicely. I like that. Right, let's get all these bits together. There's another little fender here with a cable tie. I think one thing to say, taking them straight out, is the plastic, whatever they're made from, which is plastic, feels pretty strong. There's not too much flex in it. I'll see if I can show you. That's pretty stiff, and I'm giving that a proper squeeze. So that bodes well for any of the big stones we might kick up. And last but not least, we've got a bag of, these are the straps and the attachment points, which I'm already looking at this and thinking I'm going to make an absolute idiot of myself trying to put them on the bike, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so yeah, let's have a look then. We got the attachment points. This has got to be the front guard because it's the shortest. It all looks very well made and strong, if I'm being honest. I can already see how the attachment points are going to clip on. There's little hooks on each side, which are going to correspond with the rubber straps, which I like. Everything is easily, I was going to say tighten upable, totally not a thing. But you can tighten all these quite easily. It's just Allen keys by the looks of it, 2 and a 3 mil. Let's have a look at the rear one, which is obviously a bit bigger. They've even gone with the Speedrocker brand in there, which is a nice little touch. Unless you don't like to be a brand person and show off what you've got. but it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, again, strong. I can easily see how it's all going to attach. Whether I can attach it easily, completely different question. But yeah, first impressions, pretty decent. So let's try and get them on the bike. I've delved back into the box to look for some instructions, because when I've opened the bag of components, it's given me, let me see if I can get a bit closer, loads of individual rubber straps, some, yeah, completely symmetrical, flexible kind of rubber fitting points, and some Velcro. I need more than that. I'm not made for this. I need the instructions, and if there's a few bits left over at the end, well, yeah, they must have been spares, right? So I'm going to play around with this for a bit, and then we're going to get them on the bike. If I can do this, anybody can do this, okay? Because this is not my forte. So watch this space. When I get them on, because I have to get them on, I will zoom in. We'll get a little look at them on the bike nice and close so you can see how all this works, because if I was watching a YouTube video on these, that's probably what I'd be turning up for, is how the hell do I get these on the bike? So leave it with me. Watch this space. Let me just show you a little thing here. We have the fitting points as they come straight out of the box, and then we have these rubber protectors which are very similar in shape. Even I managed to work out that this bit slots into this bit right here. Press it in nice and firmly, and then there's two little kind of prongs at the back, basically, that you slide the rubber over. There's one, and he says there's one, and there's two, and then once that's over, they are pretty secure. If I offer it up to the camera without getting too close, hopefully you can see here, there's the little prong, there's the rubber thing pressed over, just to give you a bit of protection for your bike frame. Then we come on to the strap. As you can see, I've already done one. That's how it will look, hopefully, when it's closed. Relatively simple, really. Going to slot it through. If I can find the gap. It's quite a nice snug fit, which is good. Put it through. It's got a thicker end, you can see here, slightly thicker there, which will stop it coming all the way through, and then you just simply wrap it around and it attaches into the hooks depending on how tight you want it. So again, if I come and offer this up, you will see there, it's wrapped round. If I unclick it, there's the two little hooks. Bring it round, click it on. Right, pretty simple. We're getting there. It's only me. I'm just going to jump in right here and try and direct you to the website and the blog. Have a quick look. Loads of stuff on there. I'm not going to go into detail. There's also an Instagram, which hopefully you can see along with the website up there. I will put the links down in the description. If you get just 2 minutes, go and click on them, pop a little follow. If you subscribe to the blog, you'll get a newsletter. It basically comes out every time I put something new up. And as for the YouTube video, if you are enjoying it, please click the like button. If you've got any questions, then put a comment and subscribe to the channel, because it all helps. If you've got any feedback on what you think I could do better, then let me know. I'm new to it all, so any feedback is great. Right, without further ado, let's get back to what we were doing. Finally, front and rear both fitted. No rubbing with the wheel rotation. They both look pretty sleek when they're on. Like I say, I've got friends who would never agree with that statement, but it's my bike, and if I want mudguards on it, they're going on, okay? But yeah, it was a little bit fiddly, and I fully expect my bike engineering degree to get posted out to me from SKS, as there was no instructions with it. But it's on, so my plan is I'll get my phone out, we'll get a little bit closer in there so you can see how it's all attached and what it looks like a bit closer up. But yeah, on the whole, having a quick glance down at it, the only issue I had was a slight rub at the back here, which meant there's a slight bow in it. You'll see it on the video anyway. But let's I'll get the phone out. You can have a closer look and see what the issue was. So here is the bike with the mudguards fitted. So here's the front one. It's obviously the two-part one. We've got the
the little front fender here. If I get a bit lower and pan round from the side angle, you can see where the second fender attaches, runs down, nice and equal gap all the way around, which I'm a big fan of. And the mounting points, we can see one here, linked by these silicone Velcro straps. The silicone just gives it a bit of stretch so you can really pull it tight, and on first using, the Velcro seems really strong. But there's a point about the Velcro I'm going to come back to in a little bit. That is the same on both sides, so I don't really need to show you the other side. Quite easy to do. Just pull the Velcro straps tight, pick whatever height you want it off your wheel, because as you can see I could have had it higher up. I've got a gap here, and obviously I've got loads of room up here. But it says the minimum of 15 mils. I reckon that's probably closer to 20 mils, but we'll see how it goes, and if I'm still getting soaked I could lower it a little bit. But let's move to the back. This is where the rubber straps were used. Same mounting points, like I showed you on the up close video earlier. Just thread the rubber strap through, all the way around, clip it into the two hooks. Job's a good one. I had a bit of an issue with this. You can see super close there. However, there is clearance, I promise you. I have spun the pedals round and it does not rub. This little Velcro attachment point here is golden, because it allows me to pull it to the down tube and definitely gives it the clearance it needs. This whole section, in fact, if you see the cut here all the way down, is an extendable bit. You don't have to run that. I could have this all the way back up here if I wanted, and then put the Velcro through to this section. But I've run it down, it fits, and it's nice and snug. The same kind of silicone Velcro strap there. I'll have no comments please about the state of my bike. But because it's so close there, then when you run up here, you'll see it slightly bows out. It's not sitting very tight, which I can't say I'm a huge fan of that look, but the reason was, when we get to this point here, the section that is on top here, where these spokes go into, underneath you can see there's obviously the mounting points. It needs mounting points, but it makes it slightly thicker, and I was getting a slight rub there, which just meant that I needed to play around with the fitting points of these two, just moving them up and down just to get the right distance off the tyre. But yeah, they all attach quite easily. It's more a fiddly process just to make sure it fits your bike, and my issues all stemmed from here. Because it's such a tight fit here, if this bit was higher, I reckon I could have had it pretty equal all the way around, but I've had to put the guard underneath, obviously, which basically limits how high or low it can be. But like I say, it rotates, slightly bowed. Unless I'm looking at it from this angle constantly, which when you're really this low to your bike, it's not going to bother me. If we get up and have a look at it from the top, it's quite a sleek looking bit of kit. Doesn't look too bad at all. The proof is in the pudding though. Same with the front. Looks pretty slick from both sides. So yeah, it went pretty well. It was a little bit fiddly, but the fiddliness came from my bike frame more than anything else. I think the actual mounting mechanisms they've put in place, and how it goes onto your bike, is pretty easy to use. So as far as it goes for fitting, I'd probably give it I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I wish the Velcro straps were rubber, so it matched the back, to be honest, and maybe it would make it a little bit stronger. But hey, it is what it is. It looks quite good. And if this Velcro starts to go after washing and things like that, I've recently bought some Velcro and clips just like this off eBay. I think I've got 10 meters plus loads of the plastic clips for just under £10. So if it needs replacing, it's not going to cost you a lot. So that's a bonus. Right, there we have it. You've seen it on the bike. Any questions, or if I can give you a different view of anything, then comment below and I'll see what I can do.
It's going out tomorrow night. Let's see how clean I come back, and let's see how clean my back comes back, more to the point. But yeah, I like the look of them. I'll get back to you in about 24 hours time, and we'll see how it all goes. Right, so we're just about to get started on our ride. I've only done a mile or so, but the Mudguards are still on, so that's a bonus. Everyone's just turning up and getting ready. Lee was here super early. Gary is parked over there somewhere, but you can't see him because it's too dark. So we'll see how they go. Hopefully they don't move and start rubbing, because that's going to be a roadside fix in the cold. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so my lovely friends are shining their lights on me so you can see my beautiful face. The bike is holding up well, and the Mudguards have been phenomenal. So let's turn it around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's start with the front one. It's not budged an inch. It's kept all the crap from flicking up. It's really, oh, let me get out of the way. It's been really sturdy there, and like I say, you can see, if we can get a look at my down tube quickly, not a drop. The rear one was the worry because it was sitting super tight and it's got the rubber bands instead of the Velcro, but it's not rubbed at all down here. We spoke about the bowed bit, but it's not really become an issue, and my big worry about it rubbing where this spoke connects up here has been grand. But the proof's in the pudding, so let me show you the back. Not a spot has come up there. My back is clean. There's nothing on my light and nothing on the seat post and underneath. So first outing with the SKS Mudguards have been a great success, and I'll do a little finishing up video saying how I think they're worth every penny. Okay, so I've just got back from my ride. It's going to be a real short video just to show you how well the Mudguards have worked, and they have worked pretty well. So let's turn this around and have a look. So here she is in all her glory. Let's start at the back. We'll just start here. Look how clean that is. If we look down, you can see I've been on some mucky stuff. It's everywhere else on the bike, but it's definitely kept it all underneath. If you look at the top, we've got a few splatters, but nothing major at all. But yeah, just there it is, clean as you like. We'll excuse the sniffles, it was a bit cold. Head to the front. Yeah, you can see how the kind of terrain we've been on. There's mud and everything underneath. Yes, right down the bottom it has got under there. I don't think you can buy a guard long enough that's going to cover that, but as for up there, that has remained pretty clean. There's always going to be some that gets in the gap because obviously we've got the division between the two parts. But all in all, they have done an absolutely magic job, and considering how close this one's running, I thought with the very bumpy roads we've got around me, that would rub, and I thought if I knock anything loose and this moves, that gap here, I thought I'm going to hear that scratching, but no, it didn't budge an inch. The fitting points have been very sturdy and not moved at all. Same with the front. So all in all, a really solid bit of kit. Well, it's the evening after the night before. Last night we were out on the bike with the Mudguards fitted for the first time, but I wanted to do a little follow-up kind of finishing up video just to let you know how well they did. I know I took a little one when I got back because I was pleasantly surprised at how clean I was. But yeah, they didn't budge an inch. The roads round where I am aren't great, so there's plenty of potholes, plenty of rough surfaces. We had dry bits of road, we had really wet bits of road with standing water, through puddles, we had lots of fallen leaves, sticks, we were off-road on the grass for a little while, and none of that ended up from the floor onto my back. I will put a little picture up. Yeah, let's put it about here. I'll put a little picture just for a second, and you can see how clean it kept me. But yeah, really solid bits of kit. I honestly thought I would still get some mud on me. My experiences with Mudguards on my mountain bike, which is back over there, haven't been that great. And I know the mountain bike's off-road more, but I just had it in my head that it doesn't matter what you put on here, you're going to get mud over you at some point. But no, it turns out they actually work. So the SKS, what are they called? The Speedrocker Mudguards, worth your money. Around the £50 mark. If you shop around, you might get a Black Friday deal around now. You might get them a bit cheaper. But if you are looking for a set for your gravel bike and you're running anything, you know, anything between maybe 28mm and I think 42mm is the max that it covers, then I would highly recommend these Mudguards. Are they a little bit fiddly to fit? A little bit, but it doesn't take too much effort. But if you spend that time at the start and get them on nicely and make sure they're ratcheted up nice and tight, you'll have no issues. If I can take them on the roads around me and I come home clean and they haven't moved, that is a great result. So highly recommended. I'm going to give them 9 out of 10, and the only reason they're not getting the full 10 is because they were pretty fiddly to fit. But on the grand scheme of things, it's not the end of the world, is it? So I hope this review, the unboxing, the seeing the videos of them out and about and seeing how clean it kept this back end especially, have been somewhat useful. If it has, you know what to do. Comment, like, and subscribe down below. It all helps the channel, and thanks to all the new subscribers that we've had over the past couple of weeks, because we've gone up a decent amount. So yeah, cheers for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.